Hey, all right, welcome back. Yeah, I know I'm lucky, ain't I? Yep. Hello.
Hi.
I am joined today by my dear friend Carla Murino is with us today. She is many things, but first and foremost, a great dear friend of mine. Been on the show and graced us with her presence many times. You can see her with the little puppy in our YouTube promos. That you remember when you had the little doggy,
Yes.
the little white doggy
Yes.
on there. First and foremost, she's a great entrepreneur, a woman in business for over 20 years. You know, when you got a vowel at the end of your name and you come from Staten Island, it's hard to break into the big time. But Carla, we were talking about yesterday, they just released the new Sports Illustrated cover for this year. Olivia Culpo is on there with a couple of other girls that are, you know, quite attractive, might I add. But the big news was that they, this year, for the first time, selected a transgender person. Now, it made me immediately think of you because you have been featured, your suits at carlascloset.com have been featured on Sports Illustrated like a dozen times over the years. And that's like the pinnacle as a swimsuit designer, right? To get in Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
How does that happen? Like, I know you didn't get lucky. You worked your tail off for it, but how does that happen? How do you get one in there?
By knocking on a lot of doors and sending in a ton of samples over the years and putting your best work forward.
And then finally they email you back or call you back one day and say, hey,
Yeah.
we're going to take a few. And you're like, whoa!
Well, luck, yes, I will say luck, but I will say talent also. I
No,
will
yeah,
give myself
no,
that.
I said, no, it's not
But
luck.
the first year that I tried and sent in samples, it was actually picked. 2 of my suits were featured.
Wow,
so,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, there's an old saying that says luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So you were preparing your whole career for that. And it's hard for women. I don't know, you know, with all this equality stuff and everything else, I don't know if it's getting any easier to break in for women. What do you think?
I think that there's still that ceiling. There's still people don't take you maybe seriously enough, but we are very resilient, and we are going to keep kicking down doors and getting in there.
So this year, Valentina Sampaio was selected. She's a transitioned female. You'd never know that she used to be a man. She looks,
Stunning.
you know, quite attractive. There, for those of you watching at home, you could see her right there. You were actually part of one of the other breakthrough moments for Sports Illustrated when they decided that it wasn't only going to be these skinny little anorexic girls, and it was going to be, what do they call them, plus-size women, or full-size women, right? One of
my suits was featured on the first plus-size curvy models that Sports Illustrated definitely featured. And what I like to say about Sports Illustrated is they like more of an athletic build. They like a female shape, opposed to, say, the runways in Europe where they are just clothes hangers. They like to see the female form.
So you've had Brooklyn Decker
Yes.
wear your suit, and she's a hottie.
Yes.
And then you also had Jenny Finch.
That's right.
Another great
Our
athletic.
Olympian.
She's got an athletic body on her. She's like a Olympic softball player or something.
Yes.
You know, I don't have a problem with it, but like, you know, they went to the plus size women. Okay, that makes sense, right? There was a whole thing where, you know, women were getting shamed into being too skinny, and you know, it's unhealthy for them and stuff. As a custom swimsuit designer, doesn't a little more curvy woman fill out the bathing suit better?
Sure. From what I've heard, and I understand that men tend to like some more curves. So a female form is better with curves. Suits look better on curves.
All right,
Simple as
so
that.
as part of today's festivities, we're going to talk about in the next segment all your philanthropic work that, you know, not only does she go out and make the bacon, but then she spends her own money and then raises money to go out there and pursue her true love, which is saving animals, right? And making sure that they can get taken care of and find them foster homes. We're going to get into that in the next segment. And also, I have one of your former models joining us a little later today.
Wonderful.
Paulina's going to be here, and she was like
Another
one of your
gorgeous
early
girl.
ones. She's got some curves, and she has agreed to try on some of your new styling. So
Perfect.
everybody out there should love that. But let me ask you this: the main thing that people care about. And I heard when I worked for Overstock.com that one of the most stressful experiences for a woman is to go shopping in a department store for a bathing suit.
Absolutely.
Because the lighting's not right, they don't want to come out, they don't want to walk. It's like actually a big anxiety. At Carl's Closet, you make these custom to their size, send them to them, try them on. If they don't fit, send them back, right? It's a full one-stop
Full
shop
custom
experience.
made to order from scratch. We can even do right now FaceTime alterations, not alterations, but measurements because of COVID, and it works out just fine.
Now, if you wouldn't mind handing me that mask right there. So those of you know I've been fooling around with some different mask selections, and this is when you're a great businesswoman and they close down the beaches and they close down vacations and they close down travel. A lot of people are probably not buying bathing suits,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Carla, being the ingenious mind that she is, she took her fabrics and her seamstresses and started making custom masks.
Correct.
So you have the Safe and Social collection now where you have beautiful different designs, and so now can you get like a three-piece, like a bikini with the matching mask?
Absolutely. You'll see it later.
I will.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We're going to get that. And this particular one is a Liquid Lunch exclusive. Carla and I came together on this. It has a zipper where the mouth is, so you can open it, hello, and have a sip of your drink, or if you eat in a restaurant, you can have your food through it, and then you got to zip it up again. There's probably been a lot of times in life where you wish I had a zipper on my mouth.
Maybe a little bit.
So we're going to do something fun today throughout the show. Carla is doing for her charity, the Near and Far Animal Foundation. They save dogs. There are dogs that are orphaned and they need medical attention and they're going to die or be put out to pasture. Carla tracks them down all over the country, near and far, even out of the country now, to Puerto Rico. And you're doing these like little spins where people put in a few dollars and they can win this grand prize. And they get the prize, and then the people actually win the prize, and then some money goes to the foundation. So you can do the great work you're doing. We're going to do a spin for Near and Far. You're going to put it on the site, right? I'm going to share it in a little. And what are we going to raffle off here today?
We're going to raffle off an iPad Pro.
An iPad Pro could come your way. You go to Near and Far AF, right? And I'm going to share it on Facebook. Jess is going to share it too, so everyone knows about it. What is it going to be? $40 for an entry. $40 to enter. And someone can win an iPad Pro right now, today, during Liquid Lunch. We'll have a cocktail. I'm going to jump in the pool. Carl's going to show us some bikini models. But, you know, we're also... You hear about these charities and these foundations, and you don't know what's happening with the money and where it's going and all this stuff. I can tell you that the money is going exactly where it needs to go with Near and Far, and we're going to prove it to you when you see this cute little puppy that just got here from Puerto Rico yesterday and met his new family. You're watching Liquid Lunch. Carl and I are going to come back right after this.